Truex Jr. got back to victory lane as he won the Busch Light Clash in what was a messy race. Truex took the lead with 25 laps to go in a race that was moved to the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum last year after being at the Daytona International Speedway for many years. NASCAR tried something different by racing there at a quarter-mile track, and the race was 150 laps. Last year's race was exciting, which had to do with new fans interested, and it allowed to create a new kind of racing. NASCAR knew that it was going to be tough to duplicate the success of last year's race, and it showed. The racing wasn't that great, and there were 16 cautions. There were only 5 last year. Truex, who thought about retiring after not winning last year, put Joe Gibbs Racing in victory lane to start 2023 after a terrible ending last year. Coy Gibbs, who pretty much ran his father's team, passed away the night before the championship race in November in his sleep. Coy's passing came hours after his son Ty won the Xfinity Series championship. Here's Truex talking about what it's like to win the Clash after having a rough year last year, courtesy of Fox.
Yeah, just a really good race car. The guys did a great job with this Bass Pro Shops Club, Toyota Camry, Tracker Boats, Reeser Fine Foods, Auto Owners, True Timber, Rock, Cessna, all of our partners that let us do this. Last year was a pretty rough season for us, with no wins, and to come out here and kick it off this way, just really proud of all these guys. And tonight was just kind of persevere, not give up, and just battle through it, and we found ourselves in the right spot at the end. So sometimes they work out your way, and sometimes they don't. Tonight it went our way, and we made some good adjustments too.
Austin Dillon and Kyle Busch, who made his debut for Richard Childress Racing, finished second and third for RCR. They joined Truex on the podium for the first ever medal ceremony that NASCAR has done, just like the Olympics. Here's Dillon talking about his run and more, also courtesy of Fox.
Yeah, it did, and I hate it for Bubba. He had a good car and a good run, but you can't tell who's either pushing him or getting pushed. I just know he sent me through the corner, and I saved it 3 times through there, released the brake, all kinds of stuff, and then when I got down, I was going to give the same. Probably it was a little too hard, but Get By Ethanol Chevy was pretty good. It's beat up, used up. A teammate let me go try and get Truex at the end. That was nice, and yeah, it's been fun. Hopefully we can do this more often.
Here's Busch talking about how he was able to get back to the front and more, also on Fox.
Yeah, it was a battle all night long, but you can't count us out. You always got to bet on us with the BetMGM Camaros. So, we use the outside on a lot of passes. Everybody would get bottled up on the bottom and start bumper tagging, and I just go around them on the outside. When you're deep in the field, you can kind of do some of that and work your way around. But overall, good to get back up to third. Could have gone second, but like Austin said, I let him go there. He was better than us in practice and was better than us in the beginning of the race there on the long run, so I thought he could have a shot of trying to get closer to the 19, and I'll push him through the 19 in order for us to get the 1-2, but never made it there.
Alex Bowman and Kyle Larson finished 4th and 5th for Hendrick Motorsports. Tyler Reddick finished 6th in his debut with 2311 Racing. Ryan Preece led 43 laps in his first race with Stewart-Haas Racing, but had an electrical problem that took him out of a chance to win. Before this race, Preece had led 25 total laps in 115 races over 5 seasons. He finished 7th. The rest of the top 10 included Ross Chastain finishing 8th for Trackhouse Racing, Denny Hamlin 9th for Joe Gibbs Racing, and William Byron 10th for Hendrick Motorsports. Bubba Wallace was dominant early in the race for 2311, but was spun out late by Dillon and then banged into Dillon after he showed his displeasure. He finished 22nd after leading 40 laps. Other notable finishers include Kevin Harvick, who will retire at the end of the year, and join Mike Joy and Clint Boyer in the Fox Sports booth in 2024. He finished 12th for Stewart-Haas Racing. Christopher Bell finished 13th for Joe Gibbs Racing, Chase Briscoe 14th for Stewart-Haas Racing, and defending champion and race winner Joey Logano in 16th, respectively, for Team Penske. The format of the Busch Light Clash included heat races and a pair of 50-lap last-chance qualifiers to determine the 27-car field. The drivers that advanced for the last chance LCQ included Michael McDowell, Christopher Bell, and Todd Gilliland. They were from the first race. Those that advanced for the second included Chase Elliott, Ty Gibbs, and AJ Allmendinger. Those that didn't make the main event were both RFK Racing drivers in Brad Keselowski and Chris Buescher, Harrison Bird of the Wood Brothers, Corey LaJoie and Ty Dillon of Spire Motorsports, and Cody Ware and J.J. Yaley for Rick Ware Racing. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. of JTG Daugherty Racing, and BJ McLeod of Lip Fast Motorsports. I'm happy for Truex. Even though this isn't a points-paying race, I'm so happy for him anyway because of the year he had last year was a terrible year, especially for a driver of the caliber of Truex. Not winning a race and not even making the playoffs in Joe Gibbs' equipment. It just showed you he needed this, even though it isn't a points-paying race, but this is something he needed to help his confidence, his self-esteem, and get some momentum for the team as well, which was very needed for them as well. And I'm happy for him to do that, especially as somebody from Jersey as well, to be able to do that. Pretty cool there too. And he's got some confidence now going into the Daytona 500, which is something he hasn't won yet either. He finally got a win in the Clash, which he never did either. So that was pretty cool there for Truex. Happy for him there. Well deserved. Shout out to Richard Childress Racing also, especially Kyle Busch. Who would have thought I would shout him out like this? And Austin Dillon running really well. Kyle Busch in his first race with the team as well, with RCR running really well. Especially, he really helped, he's going to help them, really bounce back this year. They had a bounce back year last year, winning 3 races with Tyler Reddick and one with Austin Dillon. But now this team with Kyle Busch there, they got expectations to, win races, and they're off to a good start as well. Especially, I didn't think Busch would come back, especially, how he had contact late with Logano in the race as well. And, for him to, come back, it shows you, the testament and, will of him to come back. It just shows he's Kyle freaking Busch, KFB. So, you expect him to, do this, and he's definitely, going to really help them as well. So, and Austin Dillon running up front as well, finishing in the top 3. That was pretty cool, too. So, yeah, that was a great run for them as well. But you feel for Ryan Preece, though, especially. He ran really well. It would have been nice to see him win, especially since he's really good at these kinds of short tracks. So, but he had that electrical problem, which was unfortunate, even though he was leading, and he was, doing really well also. But he still wound up finishing 7th. And Eric Almirola, early in the race, looked like he was going to, pull away. But circumstances didn't work out his way either as a result. So, but still, though, it wasn't the best race, especially compared to last year. Obviously, when something happens for the first time, when it's something completely brand new, you get super excited and you have no idea what to expect, and you're looking forward to it. It was such a big unknown last year. It was such a lot of fun. Check out the video I did on the Clash also, how awesome it was there. I'll leave that in the description. But yeah, this year's race wasn't as exciting. Other than the fact that it was run at night, which was a good thing. My only gripe with it being run is that why is it not run on a Saturday night? In my opinion, it should be run on a Saturday night because of the fact that people have work the next day when the race is on a Sunday night or school. But I guess those that want to actually go, they'll find a way to make their way to a race anyway. But still, that's just my opinion. They should run it on a Saturday night instead, just to be able to have more eyeballs and those that can stay up later since Sunday they don't have to work. But it is what it is, though. That's the same thing with the All-Star race, too. They should do that as well. But still, though, the event itself was nice. Not the racing, of course. Too many cautions. Yellow fever like crazy. It was just caution after caution after caution. They were saying it's cautious, be cautious. It wasn't that exciting to see that, especially it slow down the race and drivers didn't necessarily get in the most rhythm. This happened more after the halftime break as well. And the caution was not bad with Wiz Khalifa, even though I like the one from Ice Cube better last year. But that's another thing there. But still, though, obviously, the racing wasn't the best. Just too many, cautions. It was just a wild weekend overall as well. Crashes in practice, too. AJ Allmendinger, Trace Briscoe. That was just crazy. But what I did enjoy, though, was the broadcast. It was nice to see Mike Joy and Clint Boyer back in the booth as well. And even Tony Stewart back in the booth. Clint wasn't in the booth at Sonoma last year. And it's nice to see Tony back in the booth, too. They were great last year together, for a couple races that they did together. And Stewart, will be back for the Daytona 500 as well in the booth. So it was definitely fun to see, them do it, back and forth. And it was nice that they had the drivers in the booth again. Having Kevin Harvick in the booth as well. Basically a preview of what's going to be like when he finally joins the booth as well in 2024. But he'll join Clint and Mike there, too. So that would be awesome to see Kyle Busch in the booth, too. It's pretty cool, too. And Joey Logano. So the broadcasting was pretty good. Especially, and it was nice to see Jimmy Johnson back at the track too, especially since he was there on the pre-race as well. And he did a little bit of the race too. And see him there, the way he was dressed, and everything, he looked like Jeff Gordon, especially the way he looked on the side of it. He was that Jeff Gordon, but no, it's Jimmy Johnson, of course, 7-time champion. And it's gonna be nice to see him have an ownership now, Legacy Motor Club. That's an interesting name. Definitely sounds like a sports car name. And he'll be driving as well a couple races this year with the Daytona 500 being one of them, and the Chicago Street Course also. And that was cool to see him there at the track as well, with Todd Gordon being his crew chief too. Another championship with Ikuchi there too. So that was pretty cool to see that. And of course, like seeing the Olympic flame lit up, that's pretty cool too. There's some talk about them maybe having a regular season race there, that points pay race, according to JC, because of the fact that the Auto Club Speedway has to like be renovated to be the short track, and it doesn't look like they might have a race there next year due to like how long it'll take for them to renovate. There's some talk about it being there. I mean, I wouldn't mind it being there, but I don't know how they'll be able to like fit a 40 or 36 car field in there. That would be a little tricky, but they'll figure it out. They might have to expand it. Who knows how it'll be, but still though, like the racing, like I said, wasn't like the best, but it's still like the event itself was spectacular. Like just the scenery and everything like that was pretty cool. Especially like the next gen cars sounded pretty deep. Like they sounded very like mean. So that was pretty cool as far as that is concerned. And like I said, happy for Truex that he won, and it got some like momentum going forward as well, going into the season. So that's pretty cool there too. Plus, Truex had the best car since he was bad fast in practice, along with all the Toyotas and Joe Gibbs racing cars also putting up very fast lap times. So it was well deserved there for Truex. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like. And if you are brand new, subscribe. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.